LeBron James says NBA scouts are wrong about his son Bronny. In a pair of deleted tweets, LeBron responded to NBA Central saying that ESPN has removed Bronny from 2024 mock drafts and moved him to 2025. LeBron says Bronny doesn't care what the mock draft says. Results will ultimately do all the talking. Do you think Bronny needs another year in college, or do you agree with?
Reporting from the outside, Van Silk for Rock Bottom Sports. Yeah, because we at the bottom. Let me see. LeBron James. LeBron. You need to stop, man. Like, come on, son. You're already trying to put teams on alert that whoever drafts your son, Bronny, that's who you want to play with. Now, your son had a cardiac arrest, understand the health reason. He played for a team that sucks. University, USC, whatever it is, they suck. He comes off the bench. But you made a statement not too long ago about he could play for the Lakers, help you win a championship. He can't even help his team in college. And you trying to force your way with your son. And I understand that, but you can't have it both ways. But see, when he was on the mock draft, and the mock draft is important by ESPN, you didn't say nothing about it when your son was on the mock draft. Now that ESPN say he's not ready, they took him out the mock draft for 2024 to say he'll be ready for 2025. And now you go talk about let kids be kids. You made that post yesterday, and you got such a pushback on it. You deleted it. Hey, yo, let me explain something to you, LeBron. We know you ain't never going to get 6 rings, okay? You might be on your way to scoring 40 points. Of course you're going to score 40 because you broke Kareem's record. And I used to like you when you played for Miami. But you did some dirty shit. You know what you did. But let's just get back to your son. I'm going to be honest with you. I think your son Bryce is better than Bronny. You overlooking Bryce, man. Let kids be kids. You want to be at his games and you want to do this and do that and post them on your social media page. But as soon as he get talked about, let kids be kids because they took him out the draft, mock draft. What is he averaging, 5 points? Come on. There's way better kids in college than Bronny James. Let the kid grow and let him be kids. Let him be kids, and you stop trying to put pressure on these NBA teams that whatever team draft my son, I'll play for that team. Because we know you're not going back to the Lakers. The Lakers cannot ruin any more of their opportunity in drafts, whatever, for the future because of you. You're hitting 40. You sit out games against teams that you know you can't beat. You got an ankle injury. But then you could play the lowly Spurs the next night, and you lost to the Suns. Come on, dude. Be happy that Adam Silver set up the play-in tournament so y'all could be able to make the playoff because you're not beating none of the top 6 teams in the playoffs in the NBA. Go check out some of the footage of LeBron and his mess. This is Van Silk at Rock Bottom Sports. I got to go.
How did you feel about the tweet that LeBron sent out that said he was watching some NBA League Pass and said that Bronny was better than some current NBA guys right now?
We do got a lot of sorry motherfuckers in the league. I'm gonna be honest.
No cap.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
That's fair.
I'm be completely honest with you. I'm be completely honest with you. I'm the type of dude. I keep my opinions to myself. I chill. I play the backseat. But being in the league so long, you realize how many motherfuckers don't love the game of basketball, who take it for granted, who feel so entitled, who just want everything that come with it, but don't want to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
It's so frustrating, you know what I mean? Especially like we played in an era where you had to like earn everything, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you got so many guys coming in thinking like they just should be playing because they homeboy told them they nice, and it's like, bro, you're not good, you know what I mean? So I definitely got Bron's standpoint of that because it's you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, it's a good, what is it, 450 of us? It's a good 75 to 100.
Stinks.
Stinks. Good dudes, though. That's why they on the team. Good dudes.
You know what I mean?
Hey, they got to be good at
Great
something.
dudes.
Good dudes.
Yeah.
LeBron James put a tweet out saying that Bronny is better than some of these players that he's watching on League Pass. With that being said, no disrespect to LeBron James and Bronny James, but if you put Bronny James in the league right now, he gonna get cooked. He wouldn't be able to guard nobody. He's too small, and LeBron putting all this pressure on him is starting to feel like what LeVar Ball did to Lonzo Ball. I'm starting to get the feeling that once Bronny makes the league, a lot of players are going to be like, look, your dad used to drop 30 on my head. I'm about to lock you up tonight. No disrespect to the James family, but your son Bronny would get locked up right now. He would get cooked all across the court right now.
I've never talked about Bronny James. Obviously, his name is going to continue to elevate in the mind's eye, and I think that LeBron James is the cause of that because he's made it very, very clear his goal is to stay in the NBA until his son arrives. And even though that's a wonderful, wonderful wish, in the same breath, it brings into question the legitimacy of any ratings that are attached to him, because you have a lot of people out there who wonder whether or not it's because of his dad or it's because of him. Yeah. I have never seen him play. What I will tell you is that there are people who question the legitimacy of rankings that could have him as a first-round pick, a top 10 pick, and all of this stuff in 2024. But I do know that when LeBron James says he wants to be in the NBA with his son and everybody loves and reveres LeBron James, that does give folks cause to question Bronny's credibility.
Bronny James, who has been the talk of NBA draft circles for, 5 or 6 years now, not because he's a great prospect or anything, but because LeBron James has made it abundantly clear that one of his goals is to play an NBA season with his son, which has led to some say that, LeBron has a player option next season. He could conceivably, use that player option to go wherever Bronny gets drafted. Well, ESPN, because Bronny is not having a great season, he's averaging 5-2-2 on 37% shooting for a underwhelming USC basketball program.
And this team's bad.
Team's terrible.
Yep.
And as a result, he has been dropped off their latest mock draft for 2024, which prompted LeBron James in a since deleted tweet, I think he figured all the blowback was not working out for him, to put out, quote, this is LeBron James, "Can y'all please just let the kid be a kid and enjoy college basketball? The work and results will ultimately do the talking no matter what he decides to do. If you don't know, he doesn't care what a mock draft says. He just works, earned, not given," which is a far cry, Rob, from what LeBron James said as recently as last month following a Lakers loss to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Now listen up, Lindsey, closely.
When he said in the locker room with media members standing all around, quote, "Bronny could play for us right now. Easy."
I remember.
Okay.
I heard that.
And here we go, Lindsey. I'm just going to say it's the ultimate hypocrisy from LeBron. It's okay to talk about, you remember earlier in the year, too, he talked about he could play in the NBA right now. He's better than 75% of the guys in the league or something of that ilk. And then he's talking about Bronny just recently. And now that he's not on a mock draft, leave the kids alone and don't put them in. Just let them play. You can't have it both ways. When you interject Bronny into the conversation and saying he's better than most guys in the league and he could play for the Lakers right now, you can't ask people to back off when he's dropped from the mock draft. And, Lindsey, this is just it. This ain't attacking Bronny. It's unbelievable he's even out on the court given his cardiac arrest, right, that he had.
Right.
It's an incredible story.
Right.
But let's be honest. If this was anybody else and you were averaging 5 points in college on a bad basketball team and you had shooting 37% from the field, nobody would even be asking why you were in a mock draft anyway. Am I right?
No, you're right. You're right. But I think I'm not mad at Bron for taking up for his son. I'm not even mad for him for pushing his son to get to the league. It is what it is. He has that power right now. He has that power to project his son to be, wherever he thinks he feels like he is. But, the fact of the matter is Bron hasn't had a great year. And you mentioned the cardiac arrest part of it. Just to see him back playing is a blessing, right?
Yeah, it is a blessing. And it's not about Bronny, so to speak. But my
Right.
point, Lindsay, is you can't have it both ways.
No,
you can't tell the media that he could be playing for the Lakers now. Okay, so you're putting him out in the mainstream, in the media consciousness, right? And then when it's not going good, to say, let the kids play. Don't. Why are you bothering my son? You can't do that.
But that's the parental part of him, protecting his son. You're right. You can't have it both ways. But in this instance, Bron wants to protect his son, and he's not, having the type of season that a projected first-round pick would have right now. And so, Bronny's he wants it both ways. Rob, let him laugh.
Hey, all right, he can have it both ways, but people gonna push back. People like Rob Parker gonna push back.
Of course,
because that's what I do. And you know what? If Bronny can make it to the league, more power to him.
Right.
But
So, Rob, what's the difference in all these coaches when they were hiring their sons and their sons are becoming coaches in the NBA? What's the difference?
Because there's a difference, and you know this. Out on the court, it's the ultimate. You know whether somebody belongs on the court, and office jobs and all these other things are subjective.
Right.
Okay, we saw that in Jacksonville with Urban Meyer, right, with Tim Tebow. That you don't, Lindsay, if you don't measure up, the people in the locker room know that. Am I right?
Right.
You ain't never been on no team. Tell me you've been on a team that guy don't deserve to be in the NBA, and it was somebody's son they put on the team. You ain't never played with nobody like that.